Um, First, I want to introduce myself in case anybody doesn't know me. I am Raul. I am representing Make today. I am one of the partner managers. And today we're going to talk about Alegria's path to success, how he has partnered with Make and Airtable. So together with me, we will have Francis Lelong, CEO of Alegria Group, presenting today, and also Nelson Wan, Head of Worldwide Partnerships at Airtable. So hope all you guys enjoy, and we're gonna start with the presentation right now. So if we can move to the agenda. Today we start with a little introduction. We're gonna then move with Nelson, talk about partnering with Airtable. Then I'm gonna present about partnering with Make, and finally we're gonna reach with Francis to talk of how this partnership has helped in his business. Finally, we're gonna end in the Q&A. So if you have questions, I encourage you to write all your questions in the chat. We will try to answer all those questions at the end. So hope you enjoy. And Nelson, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Nelson. I'm the head of partnerships for Airtable. I'm incredibly excited to be here today to talk about how you can extend your reach as a partner with Airtable to deliver services with our customers. Next slide. So quickly, Airtable at a glance. Today, 80% of the Fortune 100 use Airtable, and over 450,000 organizations use Airtable as well, and we're ranked number 6 on the Forbes Cloud 100. So you can rest assured in partnering with us, you'll be working with the market leader in no-code and AI, and you can definitely be partnered with one of the best. Next slide. What I wanted to walk you through today is the Airtable Connected Apps platform. And what we've seen is our customers want to move with an incredible time to value, and they want to build an app that is truly customized to the way their business works without the heavy lift of a bunch of custom coding, right? And that's where Airtable has been incredibly powerful for marketing and HR and operations and sales and so forth. And really the possibilities are endless when you think about it from a horizontal perspective with the functions in which the way we can help, because we can ultimately build any fully customized app that they're looking for. And so as an example, you see use cases like content operations being run on Airtable, or community workflows, or title masters and so forth. And so ultimately the flexibility of the platform is incredibly powerful for our customers to get to the business outcome and to build the app that they're looking for. I personally can speak to this. I have built many partner portals over the last 2 decades at other companies. And one of the challenges I ran into is it would often take me about 8 months to a year to launch a partner portal, and it would cost a tremendous amount of both licensing and services. And with Airtable, I was able to roll out a partner portal in literally 6 weeks, and the cost was dramatically different from what I'm used to paying. And so the time to value was tremendous. The business outcome was huge. And a big part of that was because it could be completely flexible and customized to the way that I wanted it to work within that portal that we built out. Next slide. So what is the Airtable difference? And you're going to see in a couple clicks the build out of this. But the first is ultimately you're working with a relational database, right? And so what you're able to do here is have a really flexible data model that is structured, and it allows you to have two-way sync, which is incredibly powerful across the bases. Governed verified data sets, right? You want to know that the data is high integrity, and you can get multiple views of that same shared data, whether it's a calendar or a Kanban and so forth. And what's exciting is you can scale this to 250,000 records. And of course, we'll be looking to continue to improve that max limit. In addition to that, this is truly enterprise grade, right? So it's easy to deploy. You can have governance. It can scale with the organization. There's a lot of components you can reuse. And ultimately, you can integrate to many different platforms like a Salesforce, SAP, Workday, and Jira. And for those that are not pre-built in terms of integration, that is a tremendous services opportunity for our partners as well. And so we often see partners monetizing and building custom integrations or leveraging the platforms to be able to connect those workflows to work better together. And then also there's the ability here to use a platform that is truly intuitive for the end user. So there's a drag and drop interface designer where you get a modernized app for the outcome for the customer, no code automations, which makes a lot of those manual workflows go away, and ultimately users adopt the app. And then lastly, the one thing I wanted to emphasize was the ability to have AI built in, which is really incredible. So if you think about not only generative AI, but also using AI to improve the way in which your workflows happen, that is truly game changing. One good example is if you're in marketing and you want to surface your top performing campaigns out of all 10,000 campaigns in Airtable, you'd be able to do that very quickly with AI. Or let's say you want it to write a campaign brief on why you might actually select that marketing campaign for a region. AI would be able to automatically do that very quickly. And so those are powerful examples of how when you use structured data with AI, you get really relevant outputs that are great for the business. Next slide. One other thing I want to let you know here as you look at this slide is we work with many of the biggest and best companies out there. So again, rest assured the enterprise companies out there trust their data and workflows with Airtable. You can see the amazing business outcomes on the right here in terms of 400% faster publishing time, hours saved per week, 85 there with Weston, which is huge, and then also consolidation of tools, as you can see below. So all great examples of true business outcomes we've driven for companies like the ones you see here shown in the logos. Next slide. I'm really excited to say we've expanded the partner program tremendously since our launch in May. So we now have many partners in the program, but ultimately what's most important is we have a lot of resources here to help you be successful. This includes a revamped partner portal, an NPS survey system, dedicated headcount specific to Americas and EMEA to help support you locally, and then also many other marketing resources that we've launched since then that will help make you successful. The other biggest piece I really wanted to highlight is we are truly moving to a partner-led model on services. And so the best part of my job is I often get reached out to each week by many different team members across sales, CSMs, implementation, sales engineers, and they tap me on the shoulder and they say, hey, I have a customer with these needs on capabilities to get to the outcome. Can you recommend a partner to help on services? So what's really exciting is we're giving out leads related to customers needing help on Airtable, ranging from design to implementation to ongoing support and so forth. And so that presents a great revenue opportunity for you as a partner as you build the business with us. So again, if you're interested, you'll see later on how you can apply for the partner program. But I'm very excited to potentially work with you. And again, thank you for the time today. And I'll go ahead and pass the ball over to Make here as the next step. Raul, I think you might be on mute.
Oh, sorry about that. So hi, everybody again. So partnering with Make, let me start with a bit of the background information of Make. So if we can go to the next slide. So Make in a nutshell. First, we were called Integromat before. This is how we were founded in the Czech Republic. But in 2020, we were acquired by Celonis, and we also had a rebranding, and that's where Make was born. So this acquisition also gave us a lot of network, financial support, and experience to really scale our solution even further. So now we not only can support from the small founders to really big enterprises as well. We have been growing to be able to support those customers that have been growing and scaling with us. This has make us reach over 100,000 organizations in over 180 countries. So we are worldwide, even though we still have our headquarters in Prague, in Czech Republic. So if we can move now about partnering with Make to the next slide, please. Well, before partnering with Make, I want to explain what is Make for anybody that doesn't really know about it. So Make is a no-code visual automation platform. And what I want to make emphasis is in the visual part, because making it visual means that we can create automation and deploy those automation faster. So if we compare to the traditional coding, full coding method, we can provide value much faster as we have those native integrations, over 1,600 integrations already building in our platform. And not only that, we also focus on powerful and complex automations. So when I say powerful, it means that you can add different logic to those workflows, meaning that it can have routers, it can have webhooks, and this is what we're looking for, providing quick, powerful automations. So now partnering with Make. If we can move to the next slide, please. Partnering with Make, the main thing, one of the main benefits for the partners is that we have revenue sharing models for all our licenses. So it doesn't matter which type of customers you're working with, you can get advantage of our revenue sharing models. This could be through an affiliate link if we're talking about self-service online plans, or we also have co-selling motions that our sales team will connect with your team, and together we will be able to sell those licenses. The second one is that Make does not offer any management services. So we rely on our partner network. That means that every single request that we receive for a service, we transfer them to our partners. Then we have partner managers like dedicated for each partner. That means you have that that relationship, that personal relationship to Make, and you have that internal channel that you can communicate to internally to Make. Finally, we're looking to create a community. For us, we believe that we need an ecosystem to really be successful. That means an ecosystem with tech partnerships, with service partners, and with Make in it. And that's why we're aiming to create events that will bring that community to life. That will create opportunities to share this knowledge and really grow together. So, can we pass to the next slide, please? Yeah. So where do we start? First, you can go to our website. You can apply to become a partner if you're ready. But if not, there's other ways to start. The first one is we have templates, pre-made templates. Just with Airtable and Make, we have over 200. And this is a library that is growing constantly. So there you can go. You can find ideas of automations with Make and Airtable. You can also start those automations from those templates, so you can save even more time. The second one is our partner certifications. We require for all our partners to complete certifications in sales and in the tech part, and those certifications are open and with no cost. So you can also take advantage of them, go explore them, improve your technical skills in Make, and learn specific skills like migrating Make or creating custom apps. So these are two resources that are completely open even for before we reach any partnership. And if you want to be a partner, you can also reach in our website to become a partner area. So now let's move to the main part. Let's move to Francis.
Hi guys, hi everyone. I'm very happy to be with you and thank you for the invitation. Yes, so I'm Francis Lelong. I'm the founder and CEO of Alegria Group. But just to introduce you, what is Alegria for those who don't know us in the next slide. Alegria is not really an agency. Alegria is not really a school. Alegria is not really a marketplace. Alegria, all of that. I will explain you more what Alegria, what the ecosystem we built here from Paris, as my accent reveals it, is. So today, Alegria is really the European leader in no-code technologies. We have in more than just 2.5 years now, 400 customers and 500 projects delivered. And we are very happy with that, with very different kind of sizes, from small companies, startups to corporates. And for sure, we are working more and more with corporates as our partnering tools like Airtable, Make, and many more, because we are working with more than 20 or 30 different no-code tools, are working more and more with corporates. And this is the second thing that makes Alegria pretty different, is that we are really working with all the no-code tools today. We think that the no-code philosophy is really to be able to use different kind of tools to deliver the best possible solution for our customers. And so we are partnering with many no-code tools today. And also Alegria is really dedicated to find the best competencies, the best profiles working with those tools. And this is the reason why you have 50 people internally at Alegria. We are 70 overall here in Paris, but also in some other countries. And you have also 250 makers, which are trained by us, evaluated, and which are working with us for our customers. So the next slide, please. So we have three things we are doing today at Alegria. The first thing, the first brand is Alegria Academy. It's our school. We are very proud to have the largest no-code school today, probably in the world, with more than 1,000 students, and also the first training which is available in 15 months, the more longer track to become a pro no-code maker, which delivers a diploma in France since June this year. So we are very happy of that, and the academy is going very fast now, and it's going to go abroad in a couple of weeks also. The second part of our activity is Alegria Network. It's the best and largest network of pro no-code makers, and those people, we are staffing them for our customers to find the best mission for the best customers. And the third part of Alegria group is Alegria Solutions. Alegria Solutions is a brand dedicated to B2B customers. You can buy everything about no-code at Alegria when you are a corporate. For instance, we help corporates to deploy their no-code strategy with our consulting team. We are delivering some projects using no-code tools. We are training them, and we are also, of course, selling licenses, which is very important. We are selling Make licenses, for instance, to our customers. Next slide, please. So partnering with no-code tools is really in our DNA since the very beginning of the history of Alegria. You can find here some pictures of the event at Make in Prague, or the event in New York with Airtable. I really cannot tell you more than it's very important to go to these events, because when you can meet your partner in real life, it's very, very important, and you can also see and meet some other people from the other partners, and you have great exchange. You can also do that for sure at the No-Code Summit. Airtable and Make are going to be with us the 10th and the 11th of October in Paris, the capital of no-code, for 2 days with more than 3,000 attendees and more than 60 sponsors, 60 companies who are coming to speak only about no-code for 2 days. So we are very happy to all those events. The COVID is behind us. We can meet in real life, and let's enjoy that. And it's very important again also for business. So next slide, please. Just to give you some key figures about what we've done on our track record at Alegria in the past 2 years. Third thing, which is very important, is to have the culture of no-code everywhere in the company. So everyone at Alegria, not only the people working on project, but also for instance, the finance team or the sales teams are going through the certificates when it's possible from our partners. And we are very proud to have 70% of the team at Alegria who is certified on Make. We cannot wait to have Airtable certification also to go through this. It's important for us, but it's also important for our customers, for sure, to be certified. And it's something that the customers are really looking at. We have a lot of projects today combining Make and Airtable together. It's 2 out of 3, so it's very important. It's the most used tools today at Alegria, and we are very happy to combine those 2 tools together for delivering the best possible value to our customers. Next slide, please. So to try to give you also some information about how those partnerships with Make, with Airtable, and also with some others really help us to grow the company as service partners. Just to give you here some figures from the past, 2020 was really the beginning of Alegria. We began in November 2020, so a very low revenue, only 3 employees in France. But in 2021, in only 1 year, we were able to deliver for 1 million euros revenue, and we were already 26 employees. So it was something that really accelerated a lot, and we began to open very fast also some subsidiaries to work with our partners also abroad, because we have some international partners with international clients, customers today who need us to be their partner also abroad. Next slide, please. So after 3 years now, we are in 2023. You can see the growth of the company, 2.7 million euros revenue in 2022, 7 million this year. We'll probably do a little more than 7 million this year. So we are still on a track of more than 100% growth every year, and we are around 75 employees today, and we continue to deploy the company. We are about also to do some merge and acquisitions of some other companies doing no code in other European countries, and probably very soon also in the US. We are working on a Series A fundraising for 2024 to help us to deploy internationally. So all those figures are just here to show you the reality of a company, a service company dedicated to no code. The market is growing very fast, and of course, it's very useful to have the possibility to deploy the company with partners as wild and as famous as Airtable and Make, not only because they raised a lot of money, but also because they are working more and more with corporates, and this is where the biggest market is. Next slide, please. So how do we deploy our partnership, and what is very important for us today to work with Airtable and Make? The first thing we are really invested a lot is training. It's very important because the people we are training are also possible customers tomorrow. So this is a specificity of the Alegria model. It's a net tech and a marketplace. And we have these lessons today that we launched beginning of this year, no code plus AI training, which works very, very well. We onboarded more than 1,000 students in four months, and it's continuing to accelerate, and it's something that works very well. Of course, during these lessons, it's 30 hours of videos for our students. We speak about Airtable, we speak about Make, we speak about OpenAI, all the things that the customers need to know today to begin in the no-code industry. But it's not the only thing that we are doing, for sure. And one very, very interesting value for us is the lead exchange. We are working really hand in hand with Make, with Airtable on leads, our leads that we can have to help us to sell licenses, but also some leads from Make or from Airtable who needs professional services. We need training to deploy. It's very important. It's impossible for a tech company like Make or Airtable to be able to have enough resources to propose professional services to all of their customers. It's where we are, and it's how we can help, and it's very, very useful. We are speaking here of many projects that we developed all together. The last part is a services partner also, which is very important. It's something that we are really deploying a lot today, and we are training also our own competencies, and we are exchanging a lot with Make and Airtable about the new features, about how we can help to have better UX experience. For instance, in those tools, we are always consulted by Make and Airtable on how they could improve their tool, and it's something also very important. Next slide, please. Yeah. Just for those who don't know really much Airtable or Make, I was asked to give you an example of an integration of those two tools. It's something very simple here. Of course, we are doing sometimes very complex integration between Airtable and Make, but this one is a very easy, simple. So Airtable, as you know, is mainly a database for all of us who don't know how to code. So here we created an AI powered for a fitness coach. The idea is to have some people filling a form, and then we can send to them through an email a dedicated track for their fitness coach. So here you have a very simple database in Airtable with a grid view. We created also a form, like you can see, welcome to your gym coach. And this form and this database is very simple, very easy to deploy and to track the people who are applying to this AI-powered fitness coach. The second part of what we did is also pretty simple today. In the next slide is to integrate this natively with Make, because Airtable is connected natively to Make. So you can very easily deploy like a webhook to watch the new records which are coming from the form in Airtable. And then you can do very, very interesting and very complex workflows using Make. Here it's just a very simple example with just one call to the OpenAI API to send them a prompt and to receive a response from the OpenAI API to fill the fitness program that our customers is waiting for. Once we have the response from OpenAI API, we can copy paste this program into the Airtable database and automatically from Make sending the email to the customer with his very dedicated own program. Of course, all you will have in the OpenAI API here is totally automatic and with variables, which are the ones that are filled in the form through Airtable by the customers. So you can see here, very simple example. You can do that in many different ways. You could do a part of that also directly now with AI integrated in Airtable and with Airtable automations. But when you want to go further, when you want to do very complex with many, many conditions, with many different kind of sources, things, the combination of Airtable and Make is just crazy. You can do very, very, very interesting things. And I think it's done for me too. So thank you very much. And I give the ball to Raoul for the next, and I will be very happy to answer to all the questions you could have on our partnership with Make and Airtable.
Perfect. Thank you, Francis. So yeah, now it's the time for the questions. So if anybody has any question, please put it in the chat, put it in the Q&A, or feel free to just speak up. This is the time for it. Let's see, we have one. What were the criteria when you decided to partner with Airtable and Make? I think this one is from you for you, Francis.
Yes, thank you for the question. Yes, so we have designed the methodology at Alegria to select the best tools for the customers according to 20 different criteria. In those criteria, you have some criteria that are very important for our customers. And when you speak about no-code, most of the time you are speaking about very young companies. And for some customers, for instance, it's important to know that this company is going to be still alive in a few years, who have a great community, great customer service, good price. Security for sure is very important also. So with all those criteria, we created a database of selected partners. Some of them are in our process to become partners, but we are still waiting to work with them. And some of them, like Airtable and Make, were our very first partners with a few others. So it's our innovation team at Alegria. There are 3 people today with Lucien who are testing every day all the new tools that are coming on the no-code industry. And you know there are a lot, but just a few of them are able to go through those all 20 criteria. And of course, the one thing also which is important is it's not important. It's good that the tools are delivering the value for our customer, but it's also important that they deliver value to us. And what we are looking at as a company, as a service company, is also the quality of the relation we have with them and the quality of the business we can do. We need to be aligned on the vision of what we want to do with our partner. And this is the case with Airtable and Make, specifically in the idea of going more and more to corporate.
Thank you very much for that answer. That's very insightful. I see we have two more questions in the chat. One is for Make. Does Make have a reseller program for partners? What's the structure? From Make, right now we do not have a reseller program open. We do have the co-selling motion, and we have to work with the self-service license through the affiliate. But for the moment, we do not have the reseller program open. Next question is the same question, but for Airtable. Does Airtable have a reseller program for partners? What's the structure?
Today we do resell all one-off, meaning as long as the one-off agreement is in place, it can be done. And then what we're looking at doing long-term is specifically within EMEA, we will likely work on a long-term plan to launch a reseller program there that is more formalized. So think of like the traditional tiers and discount levels, etc. Within Americas, what's more likely is we'll continue one-off for the commercial sectors. And then for public sector, we are looking at rolling out something more formalized there. So stay tuned. Both are on our long-term plans in different ways based on the region.
Perfect. Thank you, Nelson, for the answer. And actually, Francis, I have one question. In your presentation, you mentioned that you foster no-code mindset inside your company. How do you usually do that? Can you share some insight on that?
You mean what we are doing to train people internally for?
Yes, because you mentioned that internally you're fostering like the no-code mindset and promoting those no-code mentality inside the company.
Yeah, so it's something that we are looking at in the candidates we are looking at when we recruit for sure, but we also organized championship internally about the people who are going through the certifications. And I think that Lucien is probably the one who got the most certifications from all the tools. I guess around 20 certifications for the one who did the most. I'm not that bad. I think I have 7 or 8 certificates now. But yes, each month we are celebrating the person in the company who went through the more certifications, and that's nice, and they love it. And we are all using no-code every day. We are using Airtable, Make, and so many other tools here just to run the company. So we need also our financial team or our marketing team to use it. And so we are very happy to have this contest, and everyone is participating.
That's great. That's great to hear. Gamify. It's always such a good, interesting emotion. Perfect. We have a question from Marcus Garrett. What are the best practices for supporting partners who use Make in their workflows? Should the service provider host the workflows on their own Make account, or should the client be asked to host the workflows on their work account and give the service provider access to Builder? Okay, so I can take that. From what we see, the best practice is to have each customer create their own account and give access to the service partner as an admin, so the admin can enter those accounts from their instance and create those workflows, maintain those workflows, and really provide that service. And the main reason for that is that way the customer has the plan that they need, so they don't have to comply to the plan that the partner has, but they can select the one that really fits their need at that point, and they will have their invoice by themselves. And the next one will be the access and the security. It will to be able to control who can access those ones and not have it in just one single instance where everybody from the partner has that access. Was that clear, Marcus? I don't know if you want me to expand, or it was that clear enough?
I can perhaps just complete a little, if you mind, Raoul, just to say that at Alegria, we are doing exactly this. The only case where we are going to managing services is really for small partners, for small customers, who really don't want to put an hand on it and who really want us to manage everything. So in this case, sometimes, but it happened just a few times, we could deliver a full service, and so we can do it, but it's very rare to do that.
Excellent. If there are any other questions, anybody wants to add anything to the chat, to the Q&A? Well, if there's not any other question, then I just want to remind you, we have these 3 QR codes here. They will launch you to each website. If you want to become a partner with Airtable, this will send you to their section in their website, to Alegria Group website, and also to our form in Make to fill and fill the become a partner form. So I hope if you have any other question, you can send it over. If not, I hope that this time was really opening for you, really insightful, listening about the path from Alegria, listening about Airtable Partner Program and Make Partner Program. We are here to help. We are here to listen and discuss and learn how we can grow together and create that ecosystem between all of us. So, without further ado, thank you everybody for coming. Have a great rest of the day and hope to hear from you guys soon.